Update number 2, 1 week post hailstorm. Already getting some new leaves coming in and got a couple of buds forming on the moonflowers here and there. That's encouraging. Some new leaves on the Turk's cap as well. So the squash was so bad I had to take it up and replant it. And the cucumbers as well. You can see my new seedlings coming up. Not seeing anything on the cucumbers yet. I have that there to try to combat the squash vine borers. They're pretty bad this time of year. Pepper plants. Look at all the new growth there. That's quite encouraging to see. That one's the same way, and then the black-eyed peas. There's a leaf that got destroyed, and look at all that new growth coming in. Very, very good. Here's a look at this flower bed. It's slowly rebounding. Even this one that got completely destroyed, it's got some new leaves on it. The coleus plants are coming back. That one's doing pretty good, and that one as well. This one looking pretty rough still. And that one is also, may have to end up replacing those two, but hopefully not. So that is update number 2. We'll see what it looks like next week. It's 2 weeks post hailstorm. Things are continuing to heal. There's some of the older leaves versus the newer leaves. That's coming back out. The new Rose of Sharon's got a bloom on it, so that's good. And it's looking like it's going to be okay. I'll keep putting some heavy fertilizer on it and help it along. Squash is coming up under this cover here, trying to keep the squash vine borers out of the young tender plants. Peppers, however, are coming back out pretty nicely. And the black-eyed peas are making quite the recovery as well. Gonna have some good black-eyed peas to eat pretty soon. Lots of new growth on them. They all look like that before the hailstorm. Looks like the okra is getting with it finally. And then here's this flower bed. The begonias are coming back pretty well compared to the other day. This little guy that got completely demolished is even coming back. Went ahead and put a couple new plants in here. I think, unfortunately, a couple of those have died off, so I thought it'd be wise just to go ahead and replant some of those. But that one's coming back out pretty well, and so is this one. So there is hope for those two at least. But I will likely go ahead and snap off some of these scraggly looking stems, or they'll bush back out and make some nice looking plants again. And here's how this flower bed is looking. These salvias and stuff like that are almost looks like nothing happened. And the cone flowers as well. This one here has made quite the recovery, so very good to see. And the little sunflowers are blooming. I cut the yarrow plants back. One's doing excellently and the other one's a little bit behind, so hopefully it catches up. And the marigolds are doing as good as ever. So hopefully we continue to see, oh, there's some wildlife. I may cut on those some more. Got some good new growth coming back, so that's good to see. So this is the 2-week update on the hailstorm damage. It's now June 18th, 2024. We're 3 weeks post hailstorm. Things are just continuing to heal and look a little better each day. We've got some replacement cucumbers starting to fill back in, so those are looking great. Black-eyed peas are on point, looking pretty good. See a lot of new leaves have formed. I picked peas the other day, got 4 cups worth out of the first harvest, and already setting some new peas. Here's this bed by my workshop. Begonias are continuing to come back out. Here's what the coleus that survived are looking like. These 2 died, so I went ahead and replaced them and put some caladiums in there as well. Here's this cucumber plant that was absolutely decimated with hail, and we have cucumbers. A bunch of cucumbers, so that's awesome to see. Here's what this test bed on the south side of the property is looking like 3 weeks post hailstorm. This yarrow plant, I cut it back, it's coming back. This one is struggling. Probably had to start treating it with the Super Thrive. Which I had done to this plant, and it is really coming out of there fast now. Oh, there's some wildlife. These are looking so much better. Lots of new blooms. This thing here has made a full comeback, so very good to see that. So this is 3 weeks post hailstorm update. 1 month post hailstorm. Here's what we're looking like. I think this is about where we're going to be because we're getting into the hot weather now. Those are blooming, so that's good. The main part of the garden really getting difficult to tell anything happened at this point. Everything put on a lot of new leaves and is looking a lot better. Well, there's a nice okra there to pick. Here's what this flower bed is looking like. All these plants. These begonias are coming back out. Here's what these coleus are looking like that got completely obliterated. And they're putting on some nice new growth. Of course, I had to replace 2 of them. 2 of them just got too far damaged to come back. And this little flower bed here has just about 100% come back. It is looking pretty good. Very happy to see that even a sunflower plant survived. Very nice. And that fire bush is finally growing properly, so that's great to see. Here's that cucumber that I left. It had put on some cucumbers, but unfortunately in the heat of the day it wilts down, so it's really struggling to grow cucumbers at this point, so it'll probably have to come out, but it did make a pretty good recovery considering. There's some of the hail damaged vine, and then there's some that grew after the hail, so that's what it's supposed to look like. Here are the replacement cucumbers. They are absolutely thriving and looking wonderful. And then under that cover, my squash is coming out. I'm going to have to uncover it and put the tomato cages around it where it'll grow. So I think we will conclude this after a month, but just wanted to do a weekly update after the hailstorm and see how it came back and bounced back, and is thriving once again. So thank you for watching.